Hello everybody, my name is Danny, I'm the artist behind Bling Bujo, and today you're watching my 2021 flip through, the first part of which is in Liberty, but January was actually in my previous bullet journal, Clarice, so you'll see a little clip of me flipping through January just so you can see it. So we'll begin with my yearly spreads, my table of contents, grid spacing, my key. I do use my year in advance, some workout tracker, my period tracker, which I covered up, my friends tracker, which is like a hangout tracker kind of deal, what I'm watching, what I'm reading, and my kind of class schedule. And here's January, that's in my previous journal, Clarice. And January was a coffee theme. It was one of the first themes that I had my photo printer, so there's a lot of little pictures. January was kind of just a cozy coffee brown type theme for the month. Here's my monthly favorite spread, and here's just some basic weeklies where I'm doing homework boxes on kind of in the middle or on the very edges, as well as some regular daily to-do list spaces. That's it for January. So next up, going back to my Liberty, is February, which was a boba tea theme. Drown your troubles in bubbles. And this was a really fun theme. I kind of tried to stick to pastel colors like mint green, pink, yellow, a light lilac, and now we're in March, my sushi theme, which was probably my favorite theme of 2021. I really love that mood tracker. And again, the same sort of weeklies, except the homework boxes are on the outer edge instead of the inner edge. Here's my monthly memories. I had this whole little list that I decided to shove in that little gift card holder from Panda Express because I thought it was cute, and it went with the sushi theme. April was a hot air balloon theme based off of Amanda Rachel Lee's hot air balloon theme. Same sort of weeklies again, and we're just continuing to take pictures from my photo printer and put them in here, as well as some random washi tapes and colored markers. May, hot air balloon theme, again based off of Amanda Rachel Lee. And May was when I started working at Burger King, and I'm kind of finishing up my AA and high school senior year in May. June, I finally graduated, finished up all my classes, and again, I'm just kind of trying to work, love the mood tracker. So here's my graduation photo with my boyfriend, as well as some random photos of kind of hanging out, summertime. And so I did a bit of a different weekly. There's boxes for the task list, as well as a running task list, which you can look at. Elizabeth, who is Plant-Based Bride, she does the rolling weekly explanation really well, and she's the one who I got it from. And so I'm doing kind of the same thing for July. Here's a random dorm setup spread, and here's all the girls on my floor. We went to to orientation together, and there was also us in front of the statue of Butch the Cougar at WSU. Here's my August spread. I'm sure you've seen the setup, but just to go through it again, I pasted a little book with some of my senior pictures in black and white, and because it was one of my the book was a writing project that I did for my last creative writing class that I had. So next up is August calendar, and then we have a lot of journaling spreads. So in the beginning of August, it was my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, so a lot of family came down to hang out and celebrate them, and we all went kayaking. And the picture that I kind of hold up to the camera is a picture of my uncle in a poncho, because it started pouring rain while we were kayaking, and he just looked so funny. He looked like a little ghost. And then me and my uncle and aunt and some cousins went to Silverwood with my boyfriend as well, and that was really fun. And then here is another different spread. This is from kind of some journaling from Welcome Week, which is the first week of college in which you don't have any classes, but you are moved in and are trying to like make friends and have fun. And so then I have kind of a Dutch door spread for all of my weeklies in August. It was kind of trying to match, my quote page at the beginning of the month, and I also had to paste in more pages just for some random lists, as well as keeping track of my schedule for that first week of school at the end of August. So now we're in September, which was kind of a forensic files type theme. Also during September, I went to my very first concert with my boyfriend at the Spokane Pavilion. It was very fun, very much enjoyed it. And that was celebrating our 5th year anniversary, which is actually on October 26th, but never mind that. Then we have October, which was a Monsters Inc. theme. I mainly tried to use the doors as, and really only in my actual like kind of monthly spreads. My weekly spreads, I went towards a hour-by-hour tracker that I kept up through November and December. November was a dogs in sweaters theme, and I used a lot of dog stamps as well as some metallic pens that I hadn't used before in my journal. Alright, so now we're in December, which I have recorded at a different time currently. It's the 20th of December, and my December theme was kind of space and astronauts, and I used 3 really pretty decorative papers that I got from Joann's. The spread I'm currently on is my monthly memories. I have wish list and a to give list. Then I have some journaling logs, and then these 4 pages are all my monthly memory spread. I have some pictures pasted from the car accident that I got into on Thursday of this week, where I actually wrecked my car and totaled it. So yeah, and so then we're just going back to my weeklies. These weeklies were the end of, my first semester of college, so that was my finals week. And then now we're into this week. That'll be next week. And then now we're into the end of year spreads. This is my 21.
Danielle?
Yeah?
Who's like Callie?
Just a ton of kind of random, either journaling spreads or trackers. I have my themes of 2020 as well as my themes of 2021. Then we have my monthly memories from actually February, because I forgot to put it in February. And this is a handmade card I made for my boyfriend, as well as a little petal that I saved from the first rose my dad ever gave me, which was this year. And then after this spread, we have, my 2021 goals, a random song lyric, and then these were my scribble pages. And then the very last spread in my bullet journal is my letter to my future self, which I am now going to take the time to begin reading. So I start with, this was written on the 12th, this is not written on the 12th, this was written on the 31st of December of 2020, and I say that was a Thursday apparently. So I begin, letter to my future self. Hello, I'm not going to keep the cursive. I've decided to try and make this letter more positive and about growth. If 2020 taught me anything, it's that even in the bad years, there's good and there's growth. 2021 will be a very special year. For the first time, you'll be living away from home. You'll be much more alone than you ever have been. The change may have been scary, but I hope that as you read this in 2021 December, that the change is now better. First off, let's address the big question. What's the COVID situation? Are we in a new normal? Have we gone back to the old normal? And I'd like to take a moment to respond to this, obviously. We are definitely in a new normal, I would say, at least for me, because we're now worrying about the Omicron virus, and I'm still wearing a mask every day in my classes, which kind of sucks, but, like, what are you going to do? We also have the booster going around, which a lot of people are getting. I am personally not going to get the booster until it's probably going to be required by my school. If it's never required, then I'm obviously never going to get it. And so, yeah, that's what the COVID situation is like. In the letter, back to the letter, I say, now our biggest personal concern, finances. What do your savings and daily life look like economically? For this, I would say it's going to start looking a little different economically because I probably am going to want to save more since I just recently obviously got into a car accident and totaled my car. I no longer obviously have to worry about gas or leaving the school, which probably will cut down my spending quite a bit, which is fine. And then I also need to bolster my savings to start saving for a car because in the summer I hope to have a full-time job. And I'm going to need a car to get to and from that full-time job. So moving on to the letter, school. How are we doing? Favorite class, least favorite, major, minor, future schooling / career plans. Right now, at the time of the letter, we plan on a bachelor's in psychology or chemistry and then a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences and molecular medicine. So in response to this, my favorite class probably actually was my biology class. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to learn in. My least favorite was my economics class. It was my worst class of this semester. My major is still chemistry. And my second kind of major was pre-pharmacy, but I'm now thinking more and more about getting a PhD in chemistry because that's the degree you actually need to do or to have to do pharmaceutical research, and it's also just a lot more flexible than a PharmD would be. I'm going to minor in biology actually this year because of the amount of classes I've already taken the kind of extra classes that I would have taken for pharmacy, which was my economics and my philosophy course. The only other extra classes are biology-based courses, as well as a statistics course, which I might not take statistics, obviously, or leave it to last. But since I was going to take those biology courses anyway, I'm going to continue to take them in order to get a minor in biology. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at school and career-wise. My next question was, did you gain that freshman 15? Talking about weight. No, question mark. Have you been working out or too busy? Question mark. Diet? Question mark. Are you surviving off ramen and Hot Pockets? XD? Question mark. I have not been surviving off ramen and Hot Pockets. I actually haven't been able to really eat ramen or Hot Pockets because of my fridge situation as well as my hot water situation. I haven't been able to eat ramen. And so, yeah, I actually haven't gained weight because I am walking so much. If you know anything about the Pullman WSU camp, it's really hilly, and I live at the bottom of the hill, and so I have to go up the hill every day. And then I also work 2 to 3 hours every day where I'm standing or moving around, and so I'm getting a lot of activity in, even though I'm eating bad because I am eating at where I work, which is the Southside Cafe, and I am eating a lot of fried foods. I'm still kind of pretty much maintaining the weight that I was at before I moved. So going back to the letter, we're on the back side now. Relationships. Right now I'm with Cy, and me and Mariah barely talk, so no real friends in sights. How are the folks? Right now Dad's employed under the table at the doggy daycare, and he's working. Is he working full-time now or somewhere new? What about Mom? Did she get a big new job? Did you call / visit regularly? How is / was long distance? So, yes, I'm still with Silas. Me and Mariah actually no longer talk at all. I really only get updates from her Snapchat story. Dad is still unemployed. He's not working anywhere right now, not even under the table at the doggy daycare. Mom did get a big new job just this month, actually. She's now working for Kootenai over in Idaho, and she's really liking it. I did call and visit regularly. Long distance was perfectly fine since I was coming home most weekends, but now that I've lost my car, I don't think that will really be happening as much anymore. So we'll see what it's like if I even get to come home for spring break. How's the art? Right now you're working on starting your YouTube channels. Your art is getting pretty good, and you've pretty much abandoned Threadless. What's new? What's changed? So what's new? I haven't really been doing as much digital art. I either haven't had the time or the motivation to do so. However, I have started a new artistic hobby, which is crochet. And crochet is going really well because I've already finished a gift from my boyfriend, which is a Pokemon Snorlax plushie. Came out pretty good. Not like terrible, but not like the picture in the video either. So I also finished my first patchwork sweater, which turned out really good and I really like it. And I'm also currently working on a scarf for my grandma, and then after that I plan to work on a Luffy hat from One Piece for my boyfriend, either for Christmas as well or for his birthday. How about little goals? Joined a club / sorority? No, I have not. Got a new tattoo? Also have not got a new tattoo. I did not finish my t-shirt quote. Summer vacation went good, but I did not go on like a travel vacation, nor do I really plan to this current summer. I don't think I will have the money. Did I finish my Venom painted denim jacket? No, I did not. Mental health. Right now we've been working on thoughtfulness and communication, but how are you coping? We can be pretty bad with managing stress. Have you seen a therapist at all? Is the journaling your coping mechanism? It is quite nice to write this letter as if you're an entirely different person as I expect you to be. My mental health has actually been pretty good lately. I really only had like 1 or 2 times where I like really cried at college. Well, maybe like 3. I did cry like towards the very beginning because I missed my parents a lot, and I was kind of surprised that I even cried a lot. But other than that, I have pretty much been able to focus on myself and what makes me happy, as well as my schoolwork, which my schoolwork is stressful, but I think I've done a pretty good job about managing it. And I think at this point I am upset with myself sometimes because I feel like I didn't study hard enough. Like, I studied really hard for finals for my biology final, but I didn't study that hard for my math and econ final, and it shows in my econ score. Not so much in my math score. I'm pretty good at math, and this year was mostly review, but it shows in my econ score, and I'm kind of disappointed with my econ score. And so, yeah, I think there were a lot of times this semester where I should have done something, but I was too lazy, didn't want to, whatever excuse I told myself, and I definitely regret a lot of those times. And so I think I want to try and work on not letting myself like slack too much, but also I don't want to stress myself out to the point where I have to go and do everything, you know? Anyway, the end of the letter just says, I'm excited to become whoever you are. I hope you have grown in a good way. See you in a year. I wish you good luck. And so, because I read you this at the end of this year and kind of did do my response to it, I'm not gonna write, normally I write a response letter, but this year I think I'm just going to leave it at that because I feel like I adequately responded. I kind of did my reflection in this video, which I can always watch back. And so, I am now going to work on the 2022 setup And in that video, I'll write my new letter to my future self, hopefully at the end of December, because that's usually when I like to do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. If you want to see more from me, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.